So you've been trying to find new Christian music for a long time. Music that you actually like. Especially since you've started to realize that maybe your favorite secular artists aren't really the best influences on you, especially if you want to set your mind on the things above. And let's be real, even though the mainstream Christian songs are so good and so pleasing to the Lord, it can get repetitive if you're playing the exact same songs on repeat, to the point where you think maybe this is the only realm in which Christian music exists. Well, my friend, if you've gotten to that point, I'm 𝐿𝐿, and I'm here to tell you that you've got it all wrong. Because I'm here to find you amazing, out-of-this-world Christian music across all of your favorite genres. This is a video series that I will be doing for only God knows how long, so do subscribe for more videos like this. And this video series will last for a long while because I'll be touching on as many genres as possible. And keep in mind, there are so many genres to music and so many more Christian artists in each genre for you and I to discover together. But hey, you might be asking yourself, why should I even care about this? My secular music is harmless and I can just listen to godly music when I occasionally feel like it. So why go through all the trouble of replacing these artists? Well, because as much as secular music seems harmless, the lyrical content can actually be detrimental to your mindset and well-being. I speak from experience. More on that in this video here, which you can watch after this one. But anyway, we can all do with more music that is actually within our taste and is still pleasing to the Lord. And I know finding Christian music is a tough ask, which is why I'm making these videos, because there is a need for this. This is why I'm also so thankful to you guys. I see how you're helping each other in the comments in my last video, so please continue to do so in this one. And also, I have to admit something to you guys. This video that you're watching right now is actually a refill because I already did film part 2 along with part 1 because it was initially supposed to be a much longer video. But some of the artists that I initially recommended as replacements to the secular artists, I felt like I wasn't fully convinced myself that these were the Christian Ariana Grandes and Sabrina Carpenters of the world. So after I split it into 2 parts, part 1 being the artists that I'm 100% convinced about because quality over quantity, and also I wanted to be 100% honest with what I endorse. I spent more time finding artists that I'm genuinely convinced about, and it worked. And you know how I did that? Because of you guys. This video could not have happened without your help because I listened to your many recommendations and wow. First of all, you guys have taste. Second, bruh, because of you, I have not 1, but 2 Christian Ariana Grandes to recommend to you today. But more on that later. Still, those artists that I filmed about and recommended previously, but whose footage will never see the light of day, they're still in the Pop Girlies playlist, along with the rest of the girlies from part 1. So do check them out because they're still amazing artists who deserve your love and support. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off with number 1, the Christian Ariana Grande. Because there's 2 of them. The first one being Sarah Natalie. Quite a few of you recommended her actually. So thank you for that because otherwise my ears wouldn't have been so blessed by her voice. It's just so soft and so sweet and the production quality is insane. I see it and I love it. And I want it and I got it.
They got money, they have freedom, they got diamonds, they have Jesus. Not death for life, not angels, no demons, no death for life, no powers, this present, at least the gun, no creatures, my God is the only one. Don't know what I'd be if you didn't die on the cross. I'd be real lost, I'd be real lost.
So she began singing at age 5 and pursued her music full-time in her early 20s. Thank God, bro. Because her music is such a gem and such a blessing to these people who have been searching for her sound. She talks about trust and the pursuit of Christ, spiritual growth, and her heartfelt devotion to God. She is extremely reminiscent of Ariana Grande in terms of her vocal style and her pop production, her run styles as well. So she truly plays as a seamless bridge between people who are trying to transition from secular music, if their taste is Ariana Grande's music. Okay, now moving on to the second Christian Ariana Grande, Danielle Apicella. She really reminds me of Ariana's R&B era. Also, her tone and her deep vocals are truly so reminiscent of Ariana. Sometimes I listen to her songs, I'm like, is this not Ariana Grande?
Oh, the grass is green over here. Why don't you just join in here to me? Birds are singing and then I'm ringing, writing love songs to you. Cause after so long of living so low, I am faced with the truth. Just a lesson that I take you for granted. You never leave me stranded in the shadows.
I think think she began gaining attention from SoundCloud and TikTok with several popular playlists and features. She released music under the Reflection Music Group, telling stories about identity, healing, and confidence in Christ. She appears in a lot of compilations and collaborations, especially within Christian R&B. Another song that I haven't played from her yet in this video is also in the playlist because it was actually a collaboration with another artist, 𝐦𝐬𝐬𝐬𝐬. If you want to check her out, please do so. I couldn't find a secular comparison to her, but her music is also really good. But yeah, she talks about self-worth, her identity in Christ, healing from pain and insecurity, all with smooth, soulful vocals, combining pop and R&B together. Next artist we're going into is 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐼𝐻. She has a sound that is so similar to Tyla. She fuses R&B, Afrobeats, and pop together, and has such smooth and confident vocals.
No matter what you go through, I am still good. Let me know if that's for sure. You find me lurking just behind the door. Passion to the divide, the divide. Ain't no way to coincide, kinda what I'm.
She won Series 9 of The Voice UK as a teenager and signed with Island Records in 2020. But now she's an independent artist. How do you do that as a teenager? Girl, when I was a teenager, I don't know what I was doing as a teenager. Bro, when I was a teenager, I was just stuck in bed, kind of just going through it. So I was just struggling over my history exam. Like, what do you mean? Dude, yeah, genuinely, it's so impressive. And what else is there to say? Like, girl, this is so impressive. Wow. God bless her, bro. God bless her. She sings about finding peace in storms, trust, and God's unchanging presence. She reflects on worship, identity, and spiritual battles. Now, once again, when I first heard her music, it truly, truly reminded me of Tyla. And I love her vocals as well. They are so smooth and she just sounds amazing. Next artist we'll be going into is 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐼𝐻. She totally reminds me of PinkPantheress because her music blends indie pop, hyperpop, and soft vocals. And yeah, I feel like PinkPantheress has such a specific style that it's so hard to find her production in someone else and not have you immediately tie it back to PinkPantheress. And so that's why when I heard 𝐼𝐻𝐻 for the first time, that's exactly what happened. I was so reminded of PinkPantheress.
Beautiful and wonderful. Can you hold my, can you hold my, can you hold my hand one more time? Oh, the shower me with grace. All I can do is pray.
𝐼𝐻𝐻 was originally known in Christian hip-hop circles. She opened at Luke Fiasco's show, showing her diverse range from K-pop inspired to EDM and house. Yeah, she raps as well. Like, this is insane. I have a lot of respect for rappers because I could not talk fast. I do not talk fast, babes. Okay, but anyway, 𝐼𝐻𝐻 overcame depression and suicidal thoughts through faith. Because of her past struggles in her mental health, she mixes mental health awareness, emotional authenticity, and faith affirmation in her music. She encourages dependence on God, emotional healing, and spiritual growth. And I'm so glad that she's touching on these topics. And now she expresses her journey through eclectic, upbeat Christian music. And truly, I'm so glad that she's doing so. Because once again, it is so hard to find Christian music that sounds like hers. So I'm really glad that she's offering this option to us. For the past few days after listening to her song, it has just been stuck in my head. I would just be out with my fiance and we're doing nothing, and then I would just start singing her songs. Can you hold my, can you hold my, can you hold my hand one more time, one more time? Like, that's just literally a peek into my head right now. Because genuinely her music is so catchy. But yeah, 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐼𝐻 is so unafraid to blend genres together. And doing all of that while talking about these topics, that's really amazing. Next artist we'll be going into is 𝐿iNa_j. Dude, her vocals are so emotive and they're so raw and vulnerable. She talks about faith, vulnerability, and personal growth. She also describes herself as your local garage band artist. Does that not remind you of a certain someone who produces music with her brother? Yeah, she kind of reminds me of Billie Eilish with how deep and raw her vocals are and the similar tone she has to Billie. I can't help but draw the comparisons.
He laid it all down, down, down. There is remedy. He is the Prince of Peace. I can do nothing on my own.
Okay, but I will say that she does have a more stripped back production than Billie's certain songs of hers anyway. So do give her a listen and tell me what you think. But yeah, her music blends indie pop, folk, and Christian contemporary music, exploring themes of faith and emotional struggle, the complexities of the human experience. Man of Sorrows specifically is so good, y'all. It just almost has this haunted feel, but it's not really haunted. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just so emotionally resonant. And I really love the way that she does things. But yeah, her storytelling and her music is just really good. What can I say? Okay, the last artist that I have for you today is 𝐿iDi. She reminds me of Sabrina Carpenter. But before I get into it, I need to tell y'all a bit of my history with Sabrina Carpenter. I've known her since Girl Meets World. So that means I also started listening to her music since I think Eyes Wide Open. So forgive me, I'm a lot more picky when it comes to finding the Christian Sabrina Carpenter. Because what I've heard from your recommendations and from playlists online, so far they just do not sound like Sabrina to me. I'm sorry. But 𝐿iDi is probably the closest artist that I've heard that sounds like Sabrina, vocals wise. Like truly, she has the exact same tone that Sabrina has. Her voice sounds exactly like her in certain songs, like Miracle Song. It sounds like the emails I can't send intro.
Tell them what you've been through, 'cause you were all I looked up to.
However, I do know that a lot of you are searching for a Christian Sabrina Carpenter in her short and sweet era. But full disclosure, 𝐿iDi's music to me sounds more like production from Emails I Can't Send, which, if you must know, was my favorite album for a very long time when I was still consuming secular music and when I was still super obsessed with it, if you couldn't tell already from my very old Spotify playlist. But before you click away, some of her music does sound like the short and sweet era because it has a country pop kind of sound. So in its own right, it does kind of fulfill that need for you guys, but just take a listen. Anyway, you might not agree with me because I'm more familiar with Sabrina's Emails I Can't Send era than her short and sweet one, because when short and sweet came out, I had already cut off Sabrina's music from my Spotify rotation. But yes, I really did try finding a Christian Sabrina Carpenter that was in her short and sweet era. More vintage, upbeat kind of vibe, but to no avail. And I've really scoured y'all. Listened to multiple playlists, but they still do not sound like Sabrina to me. So please be on the lookout with me. Currently, I see a lot of y'all mentioning Claire Leslie as the Christian Sabrina Carpenter, which if you don't know already, I talked about her in part 1 and said to me, she was more of a replacement for 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐻, which I'm doubling down on that statement, okay? Because to be fair, I've been listening to Sabrina since childhood and she was my favorite artist for a very long time. So I'm a lot more picky with her. Okay, but I do see you guys' point that her production in some of her songs do sound similar to Sabrina Carpenter's songs. So do check out that video where I talk more about Claire Leslie's music after watching this one if you haven't already. And that was the other 5 pop girlies that I wanted to introduce to you today as replacements to the pop girlies of the secular world. What do you think? Just a reminder that these may not be perfect replacements. After all, I'm still kind of in search of a Christian Sabrina Carpenter that fulfills the short and sweet era. But I hope that these artists make it a much smoother transition for you, moving from listening to purely secular music to worship music that you adore. Now, I'm not sure whether to make a part 3 for the Christian pop girlies because I'm still on the lookout for replacements of more secular pop girlies. But I do have to admit, the more I listen to you guys' recommendations, the more I have to add to the pop girly playlist, which is linked below if you haven't yet checked that out. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, do let me know if you want a part 3 to this genre specifically, if you want me to find more pop girlies for you as replacements to the secular pop girlies. And if so, which pop girlies do you want me to help you replace next? Otherwise, I'll be moving to other replacements in other genres next week. So do subscribe so you don't miss that video. And also comment which genres you want me to touch on next. Let's also pray for these secular pop girlies that they truly experience the transformative love and power of Jesus. The music industry is at a turning point nowadays where the values of the world are coming to light. But what we can do is pray for the people making the music and the people consuming the music. Once again, thank you so much for your recommendations and support in the last video. I am absolutely floored by you guys. I've been praying to the Lord every day about how grateful I am for you. It truly boggles my mind. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. So I'm so glad that I can serve you guys in this way and meet this need for y'all. But yeah, I pray that I continue to serve you with high quality replacements and that truly this walk with Christ is much smoother because of it. But yeah, please continue to give your recommendations in the comments and help each other out as you've been doing. I'm so proud of this community that we've created. Let's continue serving one another. I'll continue to add your recommendations to my Spotify playlist as they come because once again, I can only find so much music for y'all by myself. But if we work together, we are literally creating the best Christian music across all genres and making it easier for so many many people to walk with Christ. We are meeting this need, y'all, and I cannot do this without your support, which is why I wanted to highlight the comment of the week from my last video. Everest says, I know God sent this video at this time for a reason. I'm obsessed with music. I listen to it every day, all the time, and God can definitely speak through music. But that also means other types of music can speak almost just as loud, and not the good types. Again, I needed this video. I've been subtly hearing God say to me to guard my ears more. But there's so many diverse styles of music that I like, and I just haven't really found that in mainstream Christian music. Don't get me wrong, those songs do have heart and soul put into them, but I can't lie, it's just not my style. In short, thank you so much for making this video. I can't wait to dive in to some of these artists, and things like this really help me to put the input of Christ-forward media flowing more than the input of secular stuff. Everest, thank you so much for your comment. I think your name is Everest, by the way. I'm just inferring from your username, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, this really highlights a need in the community where we need to find Christian music that is genuinely in our music taste. Because you're right, God does speak through music, and that also means other things outside of God can speak through music as well. And truly, we have to guard our hearts against these things, because whatever you do flows from the heart. And as we end off this video, if you want a reminder to set your minds on the things above, not on earthly things, do check out these posters that I made for you. Link in the description and link here and here. See you all next week. God bless.